Hey, welcome back to our channel.
Today we'll be making a very nice vanilla ice cream.
For this you will need
full fat milk. Again, if you're in America, that'll be a yellow milk.
125 milliliters of single cream plus with the milk it'll be 500 milliliters. In America this will be blue, I think, but it needs to say single cream.
You need a measuring jug and caster sugar.
You also need some vanilla essence, enough for 1 teaspoon. And you need 150 grams of that.
It should also say cane sugar if it is caster sugar on the front.
And you also need 4 egg yolks. And
you also need a pan, just a regular size pan to have.
And you'll also need ice cream maker. Mine isn't Andrew James, but you can get Pretty Pink as well. But if you don't have these, not to worry, as you will be able to do it in a bowl.
You also need a whisk.
First, you need to get your mixing bit out of the freezer to make it a
bit easier to freeze and quicker.
Ow, 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 ow. So first what you'll do is you'll get your measuring jug. Make sure your thing's switched on, but don't turn the lid on yet. You need to get your measuring jug and pour 500 milliliters of full fat milk into this.
Okay.
It doesn't matter if you're that tiny bit over because it's not going to affect it in any way. You get your milk and then
we've just had a little bit of a spillage.
Then you get your pan. You'll pour your milk into the pan.
Hopefully it won't overflow.
Then you'll get your cream in the measuring jug. And you need 125 milliliters of this. But before you do that, wash your mixing bowl.
Means pan.
Whatever it is.
Jug. Whatever, doesn't matter. Where's the point?
About there. Now this cream is easy enough to pour in because it's very
thin and thick and it's really smooth. So you'll have no problems with that.
So then what you do is you will put the cream in the pan with the milk. This will be like a very weird mixture at the moment, but don't worry.
It should be really, really runny. If it's thick, you haven't done it right.
Sorry to tell you that, but you know. You also need your 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence in that pan. Now be careful when you measure this. Ignore it. And then just pour that in.
And then
what you do is, if you can direct the camera towards me, sorry, my mom's just getting ready to cook something for our lunch. You'll put it on your pan. Make sure your oven, well not oven, your gas is on. Then put that on medium heat.
Then whisk it until it's not too hot, but like
on the boiling point.
On the boiling point.
Now, while I do this, my friend will show you how to beat the eggs and the caster sugar.
Eggs. You need 4 egg yolks, not the 1.
Actually, you mix this and I'll do the egg yolk.
No, I want to do it. Yeah, you get your egg, and basically all you want is the egg yolk, not the white. I'll put the whites in there. And basically all you do is you put that over there. You put it over like a jug or anything to catch all the whites.
And you just jiggle it about.
Yeah, if you can point the camera towards me.
You basically, if this was
like
in half,
it's like juggling.
You just do this, like just to make sure that the egg yolk does not come out.
And basically, you just dunk the egg yolk in there, and you just keep on doing that process.
If the egg yolk falls in, don't worry, you can catch it out with your fingers. Because I've just had a little bit of a break in a yolk. But anyway, I'll go back to the mixing.
Yeah. And basically just grab the egg yolks and put them in the pan. I mean, mix them all even. Now, egg yolks and whites are very, very messy uncooked. So, have you done 4? No, it's 3.
I done 1.
Yeah, it's 3.
I'm so confused.
And then you just do your last one.
If you go over, not to worry, because sometimes over tastes better.
Yeah, and then again, all the yolks are giving it the yellowness, so it's not to worry. It'll just look really, really yellow. So that's all of them out.
That's it. Put it in now. It doesn't matter about the tiny bit. Show them the camera. If you get that, it doesn't matter, just put it in.
And then what you're going to do is you're going to wash your hands because egg yolks are messy. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add the caster sugar in it.
You're going to need a bigger workspace than what we have just now.
Yeah, obviously. And we need to measure.
You need your scales.
Definitely. Otherwise it'll be over sweetened and you don't want that. So on.
No. There.
Okay, and you need
your 150
50 grams of the caster sugar or cane sugar in California or America.
It doesn't matter what one, as long as it's still sweeter than granulated sugar.
Oops. It's okay if you go over, just take a teaspoon.
No, take a tablespoon.
The tablespoon. And you just take
the amount out.
Just take the amount out and it'll still be okay.
You're not damaging your ice cream by doing this, it's just... Right, if a gram over is fine, because it's hard to get exactly 1 gram out, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like more than a teaspoon, but less than, it's like just a little bit less than it. So what you're going to do is now you're going to mix it.
You're going to beat it till it's light and creamy.
You need a fork. You're going to get a fork and you're just going to just whisk them both together until you get a very yellow but thick paste. And just keep on doing it. Now,
right, we're gonna pause. We're gonna pause for a minute until it's done. We'll see you when it's done again. Welcome back again. It should look a bit like cupcake batter, but do not eat it or you'll get food poisoning.
So basically, I'll just show you this. It should just look like a yellow paste.
Right.
It has to be very smooth.
What you do now?
And it should be that colour.
This is just coming on to the boiling point now. So what you do is you stir. This is helpful with 2 people, so you're not running around trying to do everything at once.
Yep.
You stir continuously the milk, the cream and sugar. The milk, cream,
eggs,
and
sugar.
No, the milk, cream, in vanilla essence. Oh crap.
Right, we've just had a bit of spillage, so we're going to pause it.
this mix, the cream in that, onto the eggs.
Onto this mix, and then I'm going to mix it about.
Make sure that you have turned your gas off.
Because we didn't do that, and it ended up really bad.
You have to stir it continuously. It smells lovely.
It smells like baby milk.
Once you poured all that in, just get a whisk now, and just whisk that about for
A minute or so.
Like, you have to make sure that the sugar, even though dissolved now, you have to make sure it's actually completely dissolved.
I know this sounds like really, really gross, but it should smell a little bit like baby milk. Just a little bit like baby milk.
And
or boiling milk. It doesn't really matter.
When you're done, you need to put your mix back into a pan and just make sure the eggs is
and make sure the eggs are properly heat it up so you don't get food poisoning or any bad stuff like that.
Pour your mix and it should look a yellowy colour like this.
It should look like a really light baby yellow. So it should just resemble a disc colour.
Yellowish colour.
But it will look a bit white on you because it's the colour.
And it should coat the back of the wooden spoon. You also need a wooden spoon.
Forgot that bit. Now
we're very forgetful, and don't forget this is one of our first YouTube videos.
And what we're gonna do now is we're gonna pause this so we can do some cleanup, and then we're gonna unpause it and be right back.
See, that heat goes down to the lowest gas you can get on when you stir it again, just so it doesn't overflow in the pan.
We're back and we've cleaned up everything, like all the dishes. You keep on stirring the mixture on a very low heat.
But you will do the dishes at the end.
You could do the dishes at the end, but we like to do them as we're cooking so it doesn't get really, really messy.
Or you can have two people and make sure that one of them does the dishes while you're done.
Yeah. And you're just gonna move. If you want, this is an option. Depends how big your workspace is. Ours is really, really small. We're gonna put all the ingredients away and
so we'll pause
throw all the place away.
So we'll just go
Shall I just pause
for a
this
minute.